Hi, this is Bob. Bob wants to get fit, but finds it difficult to motivate himself to train. Now, Bob has discovered Survivor Challenge, the first fitness card game that makes getting fit fun. How does Survivor Challenge work? It's very simple. All you need are 2 to 6 players and the deck of cards. In Survivor Challenge, you challenge your opponents with a range of training exercises, also known as challenges. In addition to the challenges, there are tactical cards, actions that can be used to block challenges, pass them to another player, or secure a strategic advantage. As soon as a player fails to complete a challenge, they are eliminated from the game. The winner is the player who manages to stay in the game the longest. In other words, the game continues until there is only one player left. Set up the game as follows. In Survivor Challenge, anyone can play against anyone. Each player chooses a level from 1 to 4 according to their current level of fitness. Perform a short warm-up, for example, 20 jumping jacks. Now, shuffle the entire deck of cards and deal out 6 cards to each player in a clockwise direction. Decide with the other players whether you'd like to set the maximum game duration to 60 or 90 minutes. If more than one player remains when the time is up, the winner is the one who can plank for the longest. Set a timer on a smartphone or other device. This is because there is an update every 30 minutes, where the difficulty level should be increased for all players every 30 minutes. Time to get started. The youngest player begins the game. The direction of play is clockwise. The first player directs a challenge to the opponent on their left. If there are 4 to 6 players in the game, the player may also select one further opponent for their challenge. Let's see how the game is played. Bob, Jessica, and Eddie are participating in the game. It's Bob's turn to play. He begins with 6 cards in his hand. Bob chooses 2 cards, one challenge for his opponent and a drill for himself. Each time you challenge someone, you must also perform an exercise yourself. This is called a drill. It's a good idea to choose an exercise you find relatively easy as a drill and assign your opponent the more difficult exercise as a challenge. Bob challenges Jessica with push-ups and takes crunches as a drill. At this point, Jessica chooses to play an action. She uses Scapegoat to pass the push-ups challenge to Eddie. Completed challenges are placed face-up in the middle of the circle. Actions, drills, and block challenges are placed on the side deck, which means they are not used again in that game. Once 6 different challenges have accumulated in the middle, a wave breaks out. Quick explainer. What is a wave? A wave is a sequence of 6 different challenges that are performed one after another by all players. All of the challenges in a wave are performed at the level of the weakest player. This is to ensure that all players finish at the same time. If a person fails to complete a challenge as part of a wave, they are eliminated from the game, just like during regular play. After the wave is complete, all of the cards from the wave are placed on the side deck. Back to the game. Bob has completed his turn. Now it's Jessica's turn. She takes a card to make her hand to 6, because she only has 5 left after playing the Scapegoat. Jessica has a black card. If a player has a black card in their hand, they must play it as soon as their turn comes around. If they have multiple black cards, they may choose which one they want to play first. Jessica plays her black card, crunches. All players must now perform crunches together. Now, Jessica's turn is over. Jessica does not have to perform a drill and is also not permitted to assign a challenge. The black card is not added to the wave. Now, it's Eddie's turn. He doesn't need a card to make up his hand, since he already has 6 cards. Eddie chooses the action combination. This means that he is able to hit Bob with 2 challenges, plank and burpees. For his drill, Eddie chooses arm circles. Bob plays the action revenge. By playing revenge, he passes burpees back to Eddie and adds squats on top. Eddie must now perform burpees and squats. Eddie plays an action rest and blocks the burpees. He performs the squats, plank, and his drill, arm circles, while Bob performs the plank. Note, The game should not be prolonged unnecessarily, which means no small breaks during challenges. Ideally, challenges and drills should be performed at the same time instead of one player waiting for the other to finish. Squats and plank enter the wave because these count as completed challenges. Revenge, rest, arm circles, and burpees are added to the side deck. The turn is over and the game returns to the first player. Take note, no player may play the same challenge twice in the same game. It is not permitted to place two challenges of the same type next to each other in a wave. If so desired, you may agree on special rules prior to the start of the game. For example, the players' respective levels of difficulty are increased every 20 minutes instead of every 30 minutes. Particular cards, for example, black cards, or particular actions or challenges may be removed from the game in advance. The challenges are performed in a different way than usual, e.g. push-ups on knees or one-handed push-ups. Additional information, safety advice, and details on the individual cards can be found in our game manual and on our website, www.survivor-challenge.de. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We wish you lots of fun getting fit.